The night is dark, a thick fog hangs low over the marshes, the air is heavy with the smell of damp earth and decaying leaves. Suddenly a faint light flickers in the distance. It dances and bobs like a flame held by an unseen hand. This is the will-o'-the-wisp, a mysterious light that has haunted folklore and frightened travellers for centuries. Will-o'-the-wisp, also known as jack-o'-lantern or ignis fatuus, appears as a flickering light, often blue, white or yellow. It is typically seen in marshlands, bogs and swamps. These are places known for their dampness and decay. The lights are said to hover above the ground, moving erratically as if blown by an unseen breeze. For centuries, people have whispered tales of these eerie lights. Some dismiss them as mere superstition. Others believe they are something more, something supernatural. Could they be spirits, fairies, or something else entirely? In England, the will-o'-the-wisp is a prominent figure in folklore, particularly in rural communities surrounded by marshes and wetlands. These areas, often shrouded in mist and mystery, were believed to be home to various spirits and supernatural beings. The will-o'-the-wisp, with its unpredictable movements and flickering glow, easily became associated with the unknown and the uncanny. English folklore often depicts the will-o'-the-wisp as a mischievous spirit, even malevolent at times. It is said to delight in confusing and misleading travellers, luring them away from safe paths and into dangerous bogs. The light, often mistaken for a lantern or a distant window, would lead unsuspecting victims deeper into the marshes. They might then become hopelessly lost or, worse, meet an untimely end in the treacherous terrain. The will-o'-the-wisp's most common tactic is to appear as a flickering light in the distance, beckoning weary travellers towards it. Lost and disoriented in the darkness, individuals might mistake the light for a sign of civilization. They might think it is a lantern held by a fellow traveller or the glow of a nearby village. However, as they approach, the light would either move further away, leading them on a wild goose chase, or vanish altogether, leaving them stranded in the darkness. Some tales describe the light circling its victims, creating a hypnotic effect that disorients them and makes them lose their way. The travellers, caught in the illusions of the will-o'-the-wisp, would wander deeper into the treacherous bogs. There they might succumb to the hazards of the environment, sinking into the mire or meeting other dangers lurking in the darkness. Celtic folklore, rich with tales of fairies and spirits, offers a different perspective on the will-o'-the-wisp. In these stories, the lights are often associated with the fairy realm, seen as either mischievous fairies themselves or as manifestations of their magic. Some tales describe these lights as playful fairies, dancing and frolicking through the night, their laughter echoing through the mist. They are said to use the lights to attract the attention of mortals, sometimes leading them astray out of sheer amusement, other times guiding them towards hidden treasures or enchanted places. However, just as often the lights are portrayed as warnings, omens of misfortune, or guardians of sacred grounds. Section 5. The Tale of Will or Jack, From Sinners to Spirits of the Swamp. One common thread in many will-o'-the-wisp stories is the origin of the light as the soul of a wicked individual, often named Will or Jack. These individuals are typically described as tricksters, drunkards or misers who led sinful lives and were condemned to wander the earth after death. One popular legend tells of a blacksmith named Will, a notorious drunkard and deceiver. When he died, he was denied entry to both heaven and hell. Instead, he was cursed to roam the earth forever, carrying a burning coal in a hollowed-out turnip to light his way. These tales serve as cautionary reminders of the consequences of wicked deeds. They also add a layer of moral instruction to the folklore surrounding the will-o'-the-wisp, transforming it from a mere natural phenomenon into a symbol of divine retribution. Section 6. Harbingers of Doom, predicting tragedies with flickering flames. In some parts of England and beyond, the will-o'-the-wisp is not just a mischievous spirit, but also an omen of misfortune. Sightings of the light are believed to foretell impending tragedies, such as deaths, accidents, or natural disasters. Some believe that the number of lights seen at once holds significance, A single light might indicate a single death, while multiple lights could signify a larger-scale tragedy. Others interpret the color of the light. A blue light might represent good fortune, while a red or yellow light could signal danger. Section 7. Will-o'-the-Wisp. Across the globe, Ignis Fatuus and other tales. The phenomenon of the will-o'-the-wisp is not unique to England. Similar tales and legends exist in various cultures worldwide, each with its interpretations and explanations for the lights. These stories often reflect the beliefs and superstitions of the cultures from which they originate. In European folklore, the lights are often referred to as Ignis Fatuus, Latin for foolish fire. Like their English counterparts, they are often seen as mischievous spirits or supernatural beings that lure travelers astray. In some cultures, the lights are associated with spirits of the dead, particularly those who died prematurely or tragically. They're seen as restless souls seeking peace or attempting to communicate with the living. Section 8. Scientific explanations, unveiling the mystery of the lights. While folklore offers a captivating perspective on the will-o'-the-wisp, science provides more rational explanations for this phenomenon. The most widely accepted theory attributes the lights to the spontaneous combustion of methane gas, often found in marshes and swamps. Methane is produced by the decomposition of organic matter in anaerobic conditions, common in wetlands. This gas, when ignited, can create a flickering flame that appears to float above the ground. The movement of the flame can be attributed to air currents or the release of gas bubbles. Other explanations include bioluminescent organisms such as fungi or insects emitting light in these environments. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring allure of the will-o'-the-wisp. The will-o'-the-wisp, whether a mischievous spirit or a natural phenomenon, continues to captivate our imaginations. Its enduring presence in folklore, literature, and art is a testament to humanity's fascination with the unknown and the unexplained. While science may offer plausible explanations for the lights, the folklore surrounding them continues to hold a certain allure. The stories serve as cautionary tales, reminding us of the dangers of straying from the beaten path, both literally and metaphorically. They also reflect our deep-seated anxieties about the natural world and the forces that shape our lives. The will-o'-the-wisp, with its flickering light and unpredictable nature, embodies the mystery and wonder that lie at the heart of the human experience.